China from 145% that I set down to 100 and then down to another number.
Those numbers, the tariff rates charged on goods imported into America, keep going up and down, according, it seems, to Donald Trump's moods. If he doesn't have the authority to impose high import taxes, will that stop other countries from negotiating new trade deals? The court cases were brought by 12 US states and 5 businesses that argued the Trump tariffs were hurting American companies and consumers.
Tariffs are something that are not just out there in the ether, right? They are something that we all pay. They get passed down to us as consumers. They get passed down to small businesses, which impact us.
25% import taxes that America has imposed on cars, steel and aluminium can remain unaffected by the court ruling. Cars made in Britain, though, will only be charged 10% because the UK is the first and only country so far to have signed a new trade deal with America. A deal that looks less favourable if Donald Trump never had the authority to threaten higher tariff rates or force a trade negotiation in the first place. News that an appeals court has reinstated the president's tariff plan for now is being treated as a victory by the administration.
President Trump's case is ironclad, and the appeals court took almost no time at all. In fact, we're surprised it took till the end of the day for them to overturn this previous ruling.
The closing bell on Wall Street saw a market extremely uncertain about what will happen next with the Trump tariffs, who will ultimately win in court, and uncertainty is never good for business.
Well, Ambassador Michael Froman is the president of the Council on Foreign Relations and previously served in President Obama's administration as the US trade representative. And he gave us his take on the past 24 hours.
Well, for right now, tariffs will continue to be paid. And by the way, the court ruling was about the tariffs that the president announced using the emergency powers. There are other tariffs in place on steel, aluminum, and autos that the court did not touch. So those are certainly in place, regardless of the appeal. And the others are in place pending the appeal. Under the Constitution, the U.S. Constitution, the Congress has the right to set tariff rates, and then over the years has delegated that authority to the president and to the executive under certain conditions. If there's been unfair trade practices, if there's a national security issue. And in this case, the president used a different kind of authority, an emergency economic authority, which allows him to shortcut some of the procedures of those other delegations. So he can still impose tariffs going forward using other authorities. It just would take him more time and more process to do so.